Hello children, let us start the class again. Welcome to the class. And in the previous class, we have studied some endocrine glands. That is, what are endocrine glands? What do they secrete hormones? So, what is the quantity of hormones secreted by endocrine glands? They are also called as ductless glands. And the organ on which they act is called organ tissue, target tissue or target organ. And some endocrine glands, pituitary gland, thyroid gland, thymus, etc. Now let us see again one more gland, that is parathyroid gland. So parathyroid gland is another endocrine gland which is present near thyroid gland in the neck region. And this parathyroid gland secretes a hormone known as parathermone. So, what is the function of parathermone? It helps in the absorption of calcium and phosphate in blood and bones. So, calcium and phosphate are very important for strong bones and teeth, So, it will help in absorption of calcium and phosphate. And excess of parathermone. Suppose if parathyroid gland secretes more amount of parathermone, it will lead to a abnormal condition which is called as tetany. It means what is tetany means bones remain in contracted condition. That condition is known as tetany. Suppose if parathermone is secreted in less quantities, deficient quantities, the bones do not get sufficient amount of calcium and phosphate, they become soft. So that is the effect of parathyroid gland on the bones. Next, another gland is called pancreas. So you have studied about the pancreas in the digestive system. Pancreas opens into duodenum. It secretes juice which is called as a pancreatic juice, which contains trypsin, amylase, lipase enzymes which help in the digestion of proteins, carbohydrates and fats. And but this pancreas, in addition to the production of enzymes, it also secretes some hormones. So there are some certain special cells present in pancreatic juice which are called as islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. So Paul Langerhans discovered the presence of islets of Langerhans in pancreatic juice. So that is why the cells were given the name of the scientist, Langerhans, islets of Langerhans. So these islets of Langerhans secrete two hormones. First one is insulin, another one is glucagon. So insulin it will help in the conversion of excess amount of glucose present in the blood to glycogen and stores it in the liver. So that is insulin is helping in conversion of excess of carbohydrates present in blood to glycogen, and it is stored in the liver. And suppose if there is a deficiency of insulin, what happens? The glucose will not get converted into glycogen. So that is why the person's blood and urine contains excess amount of glucose in his blood and urine. So that condition, that means due to deficiency of insulin, when the person's blood and urine contains excess amount of glucose, that condition is said to be diabetes mellitus. So we have studied about vasopressin, which is secreted by pituitary gland. So vasopressin acts on kidneys and it controls the production of urine. Vasopressin deficiency causes excess production of urine, which is called as diabetes insipidus. But here it is diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus means presence of large quantities of glucose in blood and urine. Next, another hormone secreted by islets of Langerhans is glucagon. So this glucagon converts stored glycogen which is present in the liver to glucose when the glucose levels decrease in blood. When the glucose levels decrease in blood, at that time glucagon converts stored glycogen into glucose. That means insulin and glucagon, they act in opposite directions, and they try to maintain the levels of glucose in the body. So that is the function of pancreas. Pancreas secretes enzymes and also hormones. So it is called mixed gland. So what is mixed gland? Means the pancreas is mixed gland. Why it is called mixed gland? It is called mixed gland because it secretes hormones and also enzymes. So it is called mixed gland. And the next endocrine gland, adrenal glands. A pair of adrenal glands are present on each kidney. They look like caps on the kidneys. So in the adrenal gland, there are two regions can be identified. What are they? Adrenal cortex and inner part. Outer part is adrenal cortex and inner part is adrenal medulla. So adrenal cortex secretes two hormones, cortisol and aldosterone. So what is the function of cortisol? Cortisol regulates mechanism of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. So that means it helps in the functioning of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. And aldosterone is another hormone produced by adrenal cortex. So it maintains the volume of blood and sodium. That means in a normal healthy human being, 5 liters of blood is present approximately. So aldosterone helps to maintain blood volume and also sodium levels. So that is the function of aldosterone. And inner part is called adrenal medulla. Adrenal medulla secretes another hormone which is called adrenaline. What is the function of adrenaline? Adrenaline mainly secreted during emotional conditions. That means when a person is like in anger, fear or grief, so the emotional conditions, then this hormone is secreted, and this hormone makes the person either to face the situation or to run away from the situation. That means suppose a person is chased by a dog, what will he do? Either he fights with the dog or he runs away from the dog. So that means this adrenaline helps to face abnormal conditions, highly emotional conditions, and makes him either to fight with the situation or to run away from the situation. That is the function of this adrenaline. So due to the presence of adrenaline, it is called fight or flight hormone. Fight, either to fight with the situation or flight, run away from the situation. So that is the function of adrenal gland. Next, gonads. That means reproductive organs. Reproductive organs, testes in the case of males, ovaries in the case of females. And testes, they produce testosterone, a hormone which is called as testosterone. So what is the function of testosterone? Testosterone helps in the development of prostate gland and seminal vesicles. That means the duct system in male reproductive system, and also development of secondary sexual characters in males like low pitch voice, growth of beard, mustache, etc. So that means it helps in the development of and growth of bones and muscles. All these things are under the control of testosterone. Again, the production of testosterone is again under the control of pituitary gland. So actually testosterone helps in the development of prostate gland and seminal vesicles. It also helps in the development of secondary sexual characters like growth of mustache, low pitch voice, beard, growth of beard. These are all under the control of this testosterone. And ovaries secrete a hormone which is called as estrogen. So estrogen mainly helps in the development of secondary sexual characters in the females. That means growth of uterus and the development of mammary glands, etc. And there is another hormone which is called as progesterone, which usually secreted during the time of pregnancy, and it helps in the implantation of embryo. What is implantation of embryo? That we shall see in the next chapter. Okay, so in this way, starting from pituitary gland, pineal gland, thymus, and then thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, pancreas, adrenal gland, testes, ovaries. All these are the various endocrine glands situated in different parts of the body, and they help in normal growth and development of the person. So, any deficiency or excretory production of these hormones will lead to abnormality in body functioning, either physical or mental growth. So, that is the effect of endocrine glands on human body. Okay, hope you have understood. Please try to understand, remember pronunciation, spellings of these technical terms. It is very important. Okay, hope you have understood. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Thank you.